Hello YouTubers! So, welcome to my channel. My name is CA Superdroid, and, basically, a little rundown of what I tend to do on my channel. I prefer to do reviews of stuff. Usually I tend to focus on things such as Halo, some LEGO products, Transformers, Star Wars, mostly sci-fi related action stuff. And, to start off my first video, and my first review, I wanted to do something that I made myself. So, today, we're going to be taking a look at my custom mini LEGO Halo Revenant. Try to swallow that down. Yeah, so, get you a small 360 here. This is not meant to be minifig scale, hence the mini title in the name, but it was also mostly intended to be for accuracy. And I think I captured the Halo Reach design pretty well. So, for some better views, here's a more top-like view. The underside. And more close-up view of the mortar design. Very simple, but I believe it is very effective. So, I think that I managed to execute this frontal portion relatively well. I tried to make sure it was as smooth as possible, and I think the wings turned out very smooth as well. The whole design is very flat, but that's where the mini part comes in. To make it accurate with these slopes, I could not make it any taller, or else it wouldn't really, be smooth. This design was heavily influenced, well, I wouldn't say heavily, just partially, influenced by Ewok in Disguise on Flickr, I believe, his design for a little mini Revenant. I was originally making this as an LDD file, LEGO Digital Designer, because I was trying to mimic his design almost completely, because I thought it was nice. I couldn't really find his, he didn't have instructions or anything, and I couldn't really study the model that well from just one picture. So I went ahead and designed my own Revenant from his seeds, as you would say. Now these two frontal slopes, the 1x1s, here's a side angle. I think these execute the front of the Revenant pretty well. This is the main thing I took from Ewok in Disguise's parts. Now, down here you can kind of see a clear blue. Yeah, from that lighting it's a little more prevalent. That's supposed to kind of mimic the engine area of the Revenant, you would say. But it's kind of hard to tell because it's such a deep blue, and it's kind of low. But, I tried my best I could with this small-scale vehicle. These, not sure what you call them. I would say just, 2x1 clip, hooks, I guess. Those are the seats, and I also inherited those from Ewok in Disguise's, seats from his mini Revenant. Now, taking a look at the cockpit, it's very simple because it's small scale, but I had the two little screens, as you would see from Halo Reach when you're sitting. Each of them is centered for each seat, so that each, the passenger and the driver would be able to see it. I also always use these 1x1 slopes in the little arches that go behind the chairs, because I think those make it a very nice shape. I also have the two little mini wing flap things that stick out from the rear of the Revenant. I used a 1x4 long flat piece that goes underneath these two angled bricks to make it look like the wings are sticking out on their own. Now, I even added the 4 thrusters that you can see. The thrusters are a little inaccurate, though, because they're supposed to be part of the red bricks. However, they did not have these, not sure you can see that very well, but very long wing sloped pieces. Those were supposed to be in red on my LDD file, but they didn't sell those in such color on the actual Pick-a-Brick website, which is the main way to buy LDD products these days. But I think the engines still look nice, even if they aren't properly spaced or put on the right bricks. Now, as you can obviously see, there are clear slide shoes. That's what LEGO calls them, designed to make this vehicle slide very smoothly across surfaces. Now, for articulation, which is kind of an odd concept for a vehicle, the main point is on this mortar right here. You can swivel it from side to side, much like in-game. Can't go 180, not quite, maybe a little bit past 45 degrees. Oh, and it just popped off right there. But it's not designed to go very far, because in-game you would only be able to turn it so far before the entire vehicle turns to meet it. This design is obviously influenced by most Revenant makers on the internet. Just two basic flaps on this brick underneath. It has studs on both sides. And more articulation. You can also adjust the flaps on these mortars. On the mortar, I should say. But be careful not to pop any of them off. And in general, I believe this vehicle has adequate play value. It slides well, of course, across flat surfaces, but it's pretty good against carpet as well, as long as you're guiding it. And the articulated cannon also looks nice. And this grille, I'm not sure if it's entirely accurate, but I think it just breaks up the monotonous look and feel of this red just going straight through. Kind of like these black bricks here, which are designed to mimic the break in the wing where the actual joint is put. And you cannot adjust these wings, but because of the design, it's just 1 by 1. But I think that came out pretty well. It's a very simple design. It should be only about like 112 or something like that bricks, and it's adequately affordable. It's a little bit pricey though, but because of all these little 1 by 1 slopes, these can often be the same price as these 2 by 1 flat bricks, which kinda makes the value a little bit more questionable on Pick-a-Brick. But otherwise, it's a pretty good set in my opinion. And guess that's it, folks. That is my first review, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I guess I'll see you next time.